Welcome to our session. Very excited to be here with you doing this NCS demo. For those of you that do not know, NCS is just our abbreviation for Nison Candle Scanner. My name is Paul. I am the president of CandleCharts. I've been using Nison Candle Scanner myself in my own trading now for 13, almost 14 years. I was one of the original beta testers. And I've been using this a long time, and we've been helping a lot of students around the globe utilize Candle Scanner. Tonight, what we're going to do is going to show you a little bit more about Candle Scanner. So I know that in the room we have people that either own Candle Scanner already, or people that are at least considering owning Candle Scanner. For either group, for people that already own it, this could be a good review or just a way to get you going again. For those of you that don't own it, hopefully it's going to be a quick, brief demo of everything that it can do. Hey, Peter, I see a lot of names in here of people that I've been communicating with recently, which is always great to see, and a couple of people in the room that I communicated with years ago, and they're coming back, which is great. So welcome, everybody. So we will give you the opportunity, if you don't already own Candle Scanner, I will be giving you the link to purchase that later. And then for anybody who owns Candle Scanner, I'm going to tell you about our next webcast called Using NCS. That will be specific to people that actually already own Candle Scanner. So if you already own it now, or if you purchase it through our promo that I'm going to tell you about later, you'll be invited to that next session where we'll get into a lot more depth. Today's an overview. Great, Benjamin. I'm going to show you how you can get in, take advantage of that interest later today, or later in the session, I should say. So let's get going. Before we go any further, I have to do the old fun legal disclosure. Just want to let you know there's always a risk involved in trading, but in my opinion, without taking that risk, you're not going to get any potential reward. So if you want any more information about that, you can always go to candlecharts.com/disclosure. So here's the agenda for tonight. I'm going to go over the resources for Candle Scanner owners, showing you what you actually get when you own it. I'm going to show you all about NinjaTrader. Now realize Nison Candle Scanner is an indicator that works on the NinjaTrader platform. I'm going to then show you Nison Candle Scanning highlighting, meaning showing it to you on charts. I'm going to show you how to set up, or a brief overview of the market analyzer, meaning how to scan. If you don't already own Candle Scanner, I'm going to give you that link right there in red with a great promotion I'm going to tell you about. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about that special invite to all NCS owners for an upcoming session. If you do have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer those. Shirley has a question. Can I explain how to set it up with NinjaTrader? Yep. I'm going to tell you how to set it up with NinjaTrader. And it is very, very simple. So this is the agenda for today. What I'm going to tell you is you're going to want to take notes, ask questions, do whatever you need to do to make sure you get everything out of this. So what you should see on the screen now is our site at candlechartsacademy.com. So if you own Nison Candle Scanner, you're going to see this inside of your account. Now this is just a dummy account. This is under our fictional account named Gordon Gecko. When you logged in, it'll say Howdy Gordon Gecko up here in the upper right corner. And then once you log in, you click on your library, and here in green, you'll see your products. Peter likes the Gordon Gecko. I'm not sure if everybody knows who Gordon Gecko was, but Peter obviously does. Good job, Peter. Gordon Gecko's account, he owns a few different products, including Nison Candle Scanner for NinjaTrader and the NCS Masterclass. I'll explain what that is in a couple minutes, but I'm going to click on Nison Candle Scanner for NinjaTrader 8. And this is what you get. Yeah, Sam. Sam Gordon does now use Candle Scanner. Nison Candle Scanner for NinjaTrader. This is what you're going to get when you actually purchase Nison Candle Scanner. A lot of stuff, and I'll go through all of that with you here. We provide you, and I just keep getting these stupid pop-ups, we provide you with a video guide on how to actually install NinjaTrader and Nison Candle Scanner. So a video that literally walks you through that. We're not going to do that here today, but I just wanted to show you that if you click right there on that hyperlink, you would be taken to a video that walks you right through the process. We also offer the exact same process in a PDF. So if you want to print it out and follow along, you certainly can. The first step that you're actually going to do is actually download and install NinjaTrader 8. By clicking on that hyperlink right there, you would actually download NinjaTrader 8. It's really that simple. A lot of people say, well, I have to go to NinjaTrader and download and set up an account. No, you don't. When you buy Candle Scanner from us, we give you NinjaTrader 8 right here. That's number 3, download and install NinjaTrader 8. After you have NinjaTrader 8, you would just download and install either NCS Pro or NCS Pro SE. Now here's the difference, and a lot of people just don't read this one little caveat right here. If you already own our 4-volume mega package, we would automatically upgrade your software from the Pro version to the Pro SE version. Okay, so if you own the 4-volume mega package and you buy Candle Scanner, we would give you the Pro SE. If you do not own the mega package, you would be downloading NCS Pro. Okay? If you're not sure after you make the purchase, you can always reach out to me. We'd be happy to look into your account for you. Right here is where you would have your actual Nison Candle Scanner license key. Okay? We just didn't put it in there for Gordon right now because Gordon wants to keep his information private. So when you download and you follow the steps, you're going to eventually be asked for your NCS license key. That would be right here. Why is that important? Because all you're going to need to do is remember how to log into your account here at candlechartsacademy.com. Assuming you know how to log in and your computer doesn't work anymore, you get a new computer, you just log back in on your new computer and you follow the steps to do the install. When you purchase Candle Scanner for NinjaTrader 8, you can actually install it onto 2 machines. So you can put it on machines 1 and 2 today, and a year from now you want to upgrade a computer or you want to change something out, you just literally uninstall off of machine 1 and you add it onto machine number 3. Meaning, again, you could have it on 2 machines at any one given time. After you have it installed and you do all of the stuff, and Sam absolutely does work on a Mac, great, thank you for that question. I'm going to show you here in a second how that can work. I just want to show you all the other resources. Once you have it installed, we highly recommend you watch this 1 hour and 8-minute video on the best practices of how to use Candle Scanner on NinjaTrader 8. We have a trade setup template right here that we give you that you can follow along. And then we have some of my favorite stuff, actual strategies of how we use Candle Scanner here in-house. This hour and 11-minute video, I did it on my bouncing ball setup that I've been doing for over 10 years. Steve did a couple of videos on his blast-off trade and his power windows, and another video on, strict criteria candles, and I'll show you that. If you're new to charts and you want to make sure you understand all of the 28 different candle patterns, you're going to have a bonus training on new to charts and another video overview of the 28 candle patterns. We have a checklist on how to configure your international markets, and here you go, Sam. We have steps on how to install onto a Mac. One point on that is that NinjaTrader, the platform itself, was created for a Windows environment. So what you would be doing is creating a Windows environment, Sam, onto a Mac. And these steps show you how to do that. Shirley, you would just log into your account here at Candle Charts Academy and you would follow along. You would just watch that video and you just follow the steps. Shirley, because I know you already own Candle Scanner, you'll also be invited to that next using NCS session where we'll be going through that in a little bit more detail. Okay? Tonight, we're not going to be able to go through all the install and everything. I just wanted to show you the overview. You also get a quick reference guide that shows you the 28 different candle patterns. And Sam's question, can you have one on a Mac and one on Windows? Absolutely, Sam. You could have it on 2 machines. So you can install it on a Mac and you can install the same license key onto a Windows machine. And again, remember with the Mac, you just need to create that Windows environment following those instructions that we provide. So again, those are the steps and resources that you get inside of our site at candlechartsacademy.com. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start showing you a quick demo of Nison Candle Scanner. So what you see on your screen now, I just want to make sure you can see that. Good. So this right here, I'm moving it around a little bit. This is what's called the NinjaTrader Control Center. This is where you're going to start everything from NinjaTrader. Remember again, NinjaTrader is the platform. Nison Candle Scanner is an indicator that works on the NinjaTrader platform. Sam's question, has NCS been updated from previous versions? Absolutely it has. We're currently using NinjaTrader 8. When I first started using Candle Scanner, it was on NinjaTrader 3. So from time to time, NinjaTrader updates their platform. Our software will always adapt and modify to work on the most up-to-date version of NinjaTrader. So it went from NinjaTrader 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8, and eventually whenever they go to 9, we'll be ready to go. By the way, great question, Sam, as well. So we adapt to whatever NinjaTrader does. At the same point, anytime we ever upgrade or update Candle Scanner itself, that would be included for people who own Candle Scanner, meaning you'll never have to purchase an upgrade or an update to it. You just own it outright. So from NinjaTrader Control Center, which is where you would have the ability to create a new chart, a new market analyzer, a new everything else, I want to show you first the connections. What you see here, I'm just going to grab my little drawing tool right here. You should be able to see that green dot. Hopefully everybody can see that green dot. On the bottom left corner of the NinjaTrader Control Center, that green dot means I am currently connected to a market data feed. I'm going to explain this to you, and I know people will have questions, so if you have a question, please feel free to type it in. NinjaTrader is a charting platform. A charting platform requires a market data feed to make sure that the charts have actual data to be able to provide charts. So without market data, this chart would sit there and not be able to do anything, okay? So just an analogy for you, it's kind of like owning a cell phone without a data plan from your cell phone carrier. If you don't have internet, if you don't have the ability to make phone calls, you just have a phone sitting there without the ability to do anything. So to give you an idea, I can click on connections. Notice that my green dot is next to my TD Ameritrade data feed. I have a TD Ameritrade account. I utilize them, ready for this, for free real-time data into NinjaTrader. Real-time data means I can look at a 1-minute chart, a 5-minute chart, a daily chart, a monthly chart, anything in between. There are many different data feeds that are available. Notice this list that I just pulled up. TD Ameritrade is at the bottom of the list. They do it alphabetically. They have bar chart, Coinbase, Continuum. Continuum is a lot of various different partners. I'll give you an example. We have a partner in India called True Data. True Data provides data feed for Indian markets into NinjaTrader. So if you wanted to trade Indian markets, you would need an Indian market data feed. If you want a Forex data feed, you can have it through forex.com, you could have it through ninjatraderfx.com, you could have it ninjatrader.com, you could have it through various different places. If you wanted futures, there's a different way to go. If you had a Coinbase account and you wanted to trade crypto, you could do that. If you have an Interactive Brokers account, you can connect that for free market data. Now, if you don't have an account at one of those available partners, you can either A, open an account at one of those partners, or B, purchase a data feed through a company called Kinetic. Kinetic right here. Now with Kinetic, you can purchase pretty much any data feed you want, whether it's Forex, futures, stocks. international markets, you name it, you can purchase it. There's many different ways to get data. If you have questions on that, please feel free to type that in. So from the control center, I can create a new chart, which I'm going to just move the control center out of the way. And what you see on your chart, on your screen right now, is just a chart, okay? And what I'm going to do is just show you a couple things. This is what my charts normally look like. I normally have Nison candle scanner, which I'm going to show you in a little bit more detail. I have Bollinger Bands, the upper and bottom black dotted lines, and then I have a volume indicator at the bottom. This is my chart. I have the ability to add indicators, subtract indicators. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to right click on my screen, left click on the indicators tab, and I'm going to remove the Bollinger Bands. I'm going to apply that, hit OK. Now what you see at the top is the Nison candle scanner. Notice what we have. We have a bunch of abbreviations. Right here, we have a plus H. Over here, we have a plus HR. Over here, we have a minus SH. And you're saying to yourself, what do those mean? Well, I can tell you because I've been doing this long enough, a plus H means a hammer. But here's what I'm going to show you. If you're new and you want to make sure that you understand what's going on, Nison candle scanner is the configured indicator. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to click the button where it says use pattern abbreviations. I'm going to apply, and notice what I have now. Instead of a plus H, I now have hammer. Instead of a minus sign, I think I talked about the bear sash. You'll see a bear sash. So you can go back and forth. You can toggle back and forth between using abbreviations or using the full name. Again, if you have questions, please feel free to type those in. I want to be able to answer that for you. Sam, do I use moving averages? Absolutely, I can and I do. And it's real simple. All I would do is I go back into the indicators and I would just go into my list of available indicators right here. I would find my moving averages depending on which kind I want and whatever I need. I just show you a couple other examples because I know other people have questions other than moving averages. But you could put Bollinger Bands, you could put any of these indicators. And what you do is, because it's in the available list, if you click on one, you would then get properties and you would configure it, and it would then be configured, and configured means it's going to be on your screen. So what I want to talk tonight about, obviously, is Nison candle scanner. Okay, so these are the 28 candle patterns here on the right under properties for the Nison candle scanner. Notice on hammers, I can make them either yes, I want to highlight all of the hammers, or no, I don't want to highlight any hammers, or I only want to highlight strict criteria hammers. Okay, so watch this. I currently have it on yes. I want you to pay attention to this right here. See how that's a hammer in the yellow highlight that I just did? If I want to get rid of all hammers, I would go into indicators. I would go into Nison candle scanner. I would check that to no. I hit apply, okay, and notice all of my hammers are no longer showing because I said no, I don't want to highlight hammers. Why is that important? Well, because you can pick and choose which candle patterns you actually want to have on your screen. I like hammers, so I'm going to put them back to yes. But notice I have no on doji and high wave. I don't want to see doji and high wave on my chart. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip back to pattern abbreviation. So the full name of the pattern is going to go back, and I'm going to hit OK. And now I got my pattern abbreviations again. Now, again, I have my TD Ameritrade market data feed, so I can look at any time frame chart I want. I can look at let's call it a 15-minute candle, and here it is. I can toggle back and forth between any time frame I want. If I want to look at a weekly chart, there's my weekly chart. I have all the drawing tools in the world I could possibly imagine. I can change and customize anything that I want on the screen. If I don't like red and green candles, I can make them blue and yellow or any other colors that I want. So this is going to highlight candle patterns for me. If there are questions, again, please feel free to put those in. What I want to show you now is my favorite part of using Candle Scanner. This is called scanning. Using the NinjaTrader Market Analyzer, you can set up any scans that you want. Literally, there are millions of types of scans that you can set up. So right here, the scan that we have, I call it just hammers. Some of you know about my bouncing ball setup. This is going to list in whatever watch list I want. This is the S&P 500 list of stocks. All of the stocks that had a hammer on a daily chart at any point in the last 8 days. Those of you that are familiar with my bouncing ball setup, you'll know why I do that. Tonight's not about talking about that in detail, but again, if you own Candle Scanner, you can watch that bouncing ball video in the resources. So here's my list of S&P 500 stocks that had a hammer on a daily chart at any point in the last 8 days. And all I need to do is click on one of them. Oh, let me just show you. In the Market Analyzer, there's a little red block right here. Hopefully you can see that. Might be a little tough to see, but I linked this Market Analyzer to my chart. Notice on the chart I also have a red block up here in the upper right. What does that mean? That means if I click on Apple, I get taken directly to the Apple chart. And you're saying, well, where's that hammer? Well, realize this scan was scanning on the daily chart. I had just switched my chart to the weekly, so I'm going to flip that back to the daily, and sure enough, here's my hammer. I can do that on any stock that had a hammer. There's my hammer. Now, you're saying, well, there's 500 stocks, do I really need to scroll down and see all of them? Nope, you could just sort. Here's my list of stocks that I'm going to be looking at tonight into tomorrow morning of potential trade setups that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Here's all my hammers, and all I have to do is click on any one of them and go from one to the next, and I will find my hammers and see if it fits my criteria. So then I just got a question, can you scan in different time frames? Great lead in. Here's my next scan that I set up. This was a scan I did today. I was looking at 15-minute. Notice I just named it 15 minutes today. I wanted to find out any stock, again, in the S&P 500 that had a hammer on a 15-minute chart. I linked that as well, and watch. I'm just going to click on, this is Costco. Now, again, this is a scan of the 15-minute, but I have the daily chart on. I can always flip that back to a 15-minute candle, and I'd be on my way to go. Okay? If I'm going too fast, please stop me, ask questions. Here's one of my other favorite scans. Yeah, Sam. Absolutely, Sam's question is, can you select what ETFs or stock to scan? Yeah, you can create whatever watch list you want. I'll show you that here in a second. This is a scan that I do each and every day on an S&P. Again, I like trading off the S&P 500, but this is going to scan for me any candle pattern that happens during the day. So I can look through this whole list of, okay, this had a bear sash, this had a bullish engulfing today, this had another bullish engulfing. Again, I can scan, I can sort, so I can have all of them that had a candle pattern at the top, or I can put them at the bottom, however way you want to sort them. Here, I created a bearish engulfing scan on an hourly chart. I believe this is the NASDAQ 100. So I can just click on that. Again, this is scanning off of the hourly. We just happen to be looking at a daily chart. So on an hourly, there was a bearish engulfing pattern. Just flip to a 60-minute chart. There it was. I did it during the day. There's our bearish engulfing pattern. So I was using the scanner to find bearish signals during the day on an hourly chart, simultaneous to scanning on a daily chart of all the S&P 500 while I was scanning the NASDAQ 100 for bearish signals. And I found a couple of great trades from it. Peter's question, can I set each candle pattern to a different color? Like hammer is purple, shooting star is orange. Good question. Let's go back to indicators. I don't know if you can have individual candle patterns. Yeah, it's either blue or red, or you can change, all of the bullish signals to one color, all the bearish signals to a different color, but you cannot pick hammer as purple. Sorry, Peter. Good question. I haven't heard that one before. Again, that is as the indicator. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this back to a daily chart. Show you how easy it is to add other indicators. Just go back into indicators. Let's say I like my Bollinger Bands. I'm just going to say OK. Apply and OK. So I got my Bollinger Bands back on. Now notice before I had black dotted lines for my Bollinger Bands, which is what I like. The default are just these golden lines for the Bollinger Bands. But again, if I go into indicators, just want to show you how easy that could be. I can do that. I can come here and I can change, let's say my upper band, I want to change it to black and apply. So now my upper Bollinger Band would be black, my lower Bollinger Band would be golden. Okay, and it's just that simple to change. So the real important stuff here that I like, especially after you get through the installation process, which is literally 20 to 30 minutes if you follow our instructions, is the scanning. And any given day, you can set up a brand new scan based on what you like to do. The great thing is if you're not sure what to do, we provide you with some of the strategies that we utilize. You can certainly copy those if you want or modify them to what you'd like to do, or create your own. You can scan for rising windows, which Steve does. You can scan for hanging man, which by the way is my next new strategy. I've been back testing it for a couple of months. It has been working incredibly well. A lot of people don't even know what a hanging man candle is. I can tell you I found a little pattern that works fantastic for me. Doesn't mean it's going to work great for everybody. But you can create any time frame on any watch list of any candle pattern that you're looking for. Shirley saying, do you have to change your indicators on the NCS, or can you just change the indicators on your own platform? Not sure exactly what you mean, Shirley. Let me explain just what I do, and maybe that'll make a little bit more sense. I have two monitors. On one monitor, I utilize Candle Scanner on the NinjaTrader platform. What you see here is what I actually personally do. I have my market analyzer, I have my charts. I will certainly set up different scans at different times and different colors and different patterns and different whatevers. On monitor 2, I have my Thinkorswim account. So I'm actually executing my trades through my Thinkorswim account, but I'm using Candle Scanner on the NinjaTrader platform to scan and find the setups, and then literally all I'm doing is executing my trades through the Thinkorswim account. I'm not using Thinkorswim for charting or anything else. I'm not. I'm just executing. I'm placing my trades there. Hopefully that makes sense, Shirley. But if you're changing your own platform, you can certainly, whatever platform you're using to trade, you could do that. But that would be separate from the NinjaTrader platform, if that makes sense. So the great thing here is there is no limit to what you can have in your market analyzer. In fact, I didn't even show you, I just showed you the tip of the iceberg. You can have scans that have hammers that intersect a bottom Bollinger Band. Or you can do a candle pattern in conjunction with a moving average crossover. James question, yep, we are recording this and we'll be posting it and we'll get you access to the recording. So there is unlimited amount of scans. You can have one scan for hammers. And if you notice, I showed you my hammer list. It's a pretty long list. If I wanted to add another column and I wanted only strict criteria hammers, I can do that. So I can see what stocks had hammers and which of those were strict. And on a day like this, when there's a lot of hammers, how do you prioritize and how do you know which ones you want to trade? Well, I tend to say, hey, if it's a strict criteria hammer, I might want to trade that more than a standard criteria hammer. So I can have another column. You can have as many columns as you want. And notice I have multiple market analyzers and I can keep adding more and more and more. When you purchase the candle scanner, you do get that best practice video that shows you how to set up a new market analyzer. So why is this important? Like, all of this stuff is great, it's cool technology and everything like that. But I can tell you that every time I have this list of hammers, I go through it because I've been doing it so long. I can cruise through it fast, and I will find at least 2 trade setups every week of trades that I'm going to probably do that I never would have seen without the candle scanner. And then, I'm not even touching this topic tonight, but the alerts. I could then be alerted. So if I'm in a long position and I want to be alerted for an intraday bearish candle, I can be alerted to that. I can be alerted to a price point, meaning let's say I only want to get into a position if the stock hits a certain price. Well, maybe I want to look at that on the candle scanner in conjunction with a candle pattern and any other indicators that we have. It's essentially unlimited capability. Robert's asking, can I show you how to set up the hammer with a Bollinger Band or intersecting moving averages? We're not going to have time to do all of that today. Today's just an overview. I'll tell you right now, I just wrote that down though, Robert, and at the NCS owner session that we're going to be inviting everybody who owns NCS to using Candle Scanner, that's going to be specific to people who only own it, and we will get into setting up that market analyzer specifically with a candle pattern and a intersecting a moving average or a crossover or whatever it happens to be. Okay, Robert, sorry I can't do that for you tonight. That session, Robert, is going to be in the next couple of weeks. Okay. You can also go into the Candle Charts Academy and watch the best practice video, which we start getting into detail on that as well. In addition, for those of you who want to take the next step above and beyond, we also offer, for an additional charge, a NCS Masterclass. It's a 5-part series. A few hours worth of training on higher level scanning and things like that, and I can show you how to access or how to purchase that as well. So what I want to do now is show you, for those of you that do not already own Candle Scanner, how you can purchase it, because I just got a couple of people asking for it. So I just put in the chat the link. It's just candlecharts.com/NCS. This is the page that it's going to take you to. Now, for some reason, we get a lot of people that just don't like to scroll down, okay? This page has a lot of information on it. So notice, if you scroll down, it shows you all kinds of really cool stuff about the candle scanner. A lot of people will get here and say, okay, how do I do it? How do I order it? Just scroll down a little bit, okay? So here's what we do. We offer Candle Scanner in a monthly plan, an annual plan, and a lifetime plan. No matter which way you go, you get the same resources. It's just a matter of how you want to pay for it. Some people want to go monthly, and they pay each and every month. So if you signed up today, 30 days from today, you would be automatically renewed. Unless you do one of a few things. One, cancel it. You can certainly cancel it at any time. You just wouldn't be billed again. You would finish out that current month that you paid for. You can upgrade to the lifetime plan from the monthly plan. Okay, or you could just continue on the monthly plan. We have an annual plan that is the same idea as monthly, except just you pay one time a year, and on your annual anniversary, you would be automatically renewed. And then we have the lifetime plan. You pay one time, you own it forever. Okay, now here's a cool thing. I know it kind of fades off into the sunset here in the background. I'll just highlight it here in green. Until this timer goes to 0, we're going to allow you to purchase lifetime with code SAVE15. Instead of $12.95, it would be $1,100.75. Okay, that's a 15% savings. With that, you would get access to Candle Scanner for life. Includes any upgrades, includes any updates, and you would have access to all of those resources almost immediately. It just takes a couple minutes for everything to get processed. Okay. The other thing we're going to allow you to do, because we know a lot of people just want to try it. So if you sign up for the monthly plan, we would allow you to upgrade to lifetime with credit for what you paid for that first month towards the lifetime price if you upgrade inside of that first month. Okay, so you sign up today. Today's September 20th. If you say, hey, I'm going to take the monthly plan, great. As long as prior to October 20th, you say, I want to upgrade, we would apply the $249 to the $12.95 price. Now, special, if you want to start with the monthly plan, we're going to give you a week to try it out. If you want to upgrade, we'll let you upgrade to the lifetime with credit of that $249 towards the $1,100 price point. So you will get an email with special directions on how to do that. You can certainly go with the annual plan, but if you look at the difference in price, you could certainly pay us every year $997, or you could pay lifetime for $1,100. And if you do the math, $249 a month, you're talking about 4 months and change of paying the monthly, and you would own it for lifetime. So if you think you're going to use this, if you think you want to find all the great trade setups and everything, lifetime is the way to go. Obviously, I don't have to tell you guys the math. It is the way to go. For the next 3 days and 3 hours from the time I'm doing this live, if you're watching it via the recording, obviously it'll be a different time frame, but use code SAVE15. Now let me just show you. If you click on Get Started Now on the lifetime plan, what we offer here is the ability to use single payment. You just type in SAVE15, hit apply, and notice at the bottom it went from $12.95 down to $1,100. With the lifetime plan, we also give you the ability to buy a white glove service. That means we take virtual control of your computer and do the install for you. Can you do it yourself? Absolutely. Some people just want us to come in and install it for you. That's perfectly fine. We offer the NCS Masterclass just for $199. Advanced tips on how to use it at a much higher level. For those of you that want to add on a My Candle Chart membership, you can add on a lifetime plan for just $9.99. So if you want to add that on, it would just add that price on for you and it would give you the discount. Okay? That's if you want to purchase the lifetime plan. I will certainly take questions right now. The link is candlecharts.com/NCS. Sorry about my dog saying hello. She likes saying hi to people. And that is the link. I'm going to put that link in there one more time because somebody just asked for it again. Sorry about my dog, folks. She likes talking. And then what I'm going to just do is just pull up the chart just to show you again what the chart looks like, that I can toggle to different time frames. Like I say, I want to look at the same stock on a 15-minute. Notice what we had. We had a bearish engulfing pattern. These are just crosshairs, and I can just turn that off just to not have them on there. And away we go. So the candle scanner is a powerful tool that will find you trade setups. It will help you get into trades. It'll help you get out of trades. It'll help you avoid bad trades just by being able to look at them. We plan on doing more sessions for our NCS owners to be able to provide things like Robert's question about setting up a scan with a crossover or an intersection of other Western indicators in combination with candles. So I encourage you to look out for the email for those of you who already own NCS, or those of you that are purchasing it right now, and I want to congratulate. I saw a couple orders just come in. The order process is really simple. You'll have access to it within minutes. You'll be able to start following the directions. So with that, I'd like to just tell you if there are any other questions. I know there's a lot of people in here that I might have confused or I might have cleared something up. If you could just put in feedback for me, I'd love to hear feedback. Did this help? Did I confuse you? Do you have more questions? Do you need more time to ask other questions? Harry's saying great information. Thank you. Very welcome, Harry. Great to have you here. And I don't bite, trust me, I don't bite. If you could just type in any feedback for me, this was helpful. I already own NCS, I'm good. I look forward to the session, anything. Please type anything in for me and I'd be happy. Great, Peter. Peter looks very good. Bronte's asking about Australian data. Great question. We have many students in Australia using the candle scanner, and there are various Australian data feeds that you can take advantage of. And James is saying, got it yesterday. Shirley, you're very welcome. I'm glad it was helpful, Shirley. I know that there's much more. And here's the other cool thing with candle scanner. When I first started using it, I was like, what does that mean? What is an indicator? What's a market analyzer? What is the NinjaTrader Control Center? And none of it makes sense to me on the first day. The second day I looked at it, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. The next day I'm like, how do I use this to make money? The fourth day I watched Steve Nissing use the software. The next day I watched a couple other guys using it, and I just started getting more and more and more ideas. Okay? You will get better at it the more you use it. It's really that simple. Okay? How well, Harry's asking, how well does it work on the 5-minute chart? Well, obviously, I'm looking at just the U.S. stock market here. This is a 5-minute chart that I just pulled up, right? The U.S. stock market is closed as we're doing this, but it's real time. There is no delay. So as a 5-minute candle is actually moving, it will move with the market. So if it becomes a candle pattern, if it becomes a bullish engulfing on a 5-minute chart, it will be identified as a bullish engulfing. And then if it moves back down and it's no longer a bullish engulfing, it will remove that symbol. So I guess the next time I do one of these kind of sessions, I can definitely do it while the market's actually open. And if I had my Forex data feed connected on this computer, I would be able to use this, with the Forex market, which is open right now. So there's a lot of ways to go. Can you use it on major indices? Absolutely. I can put in whatever index I want. In fact, I've been trading the S&P. I've been trading the S&P a lot lately. Just been a lot of potential opportunities. And yep, you could do ES. Again, it will work on any market as long as you have the data feed for it. Okay, so if you wanted to trade Bitcoin, as long as you had a Bitcoin data feed into NinjaTrader, it will work on it in any time frame. Okay, the question from Australia, as long as you have Australian data, this will work the same way that I just showed you how it works here. In India, same thing. We had just a whole bunch of people in India take advantage of this yesterday morning. So there's a lot of different ways that you can take advantage of it. And I really encourage you to strongly look at this. Now, some people are going to go directly to Lifetime. They know what they want. They want to get going. And you can always do more. Benjamin's question, you're still interested, however, you don't, yeah. Benjamin, tonight's session was just an overview demo. That's really it. If you go to that page, candlecharts.com/NCS, there's a more detailed video on there that will show you what Candle Scanner can do. There's a lot of other information about what Candle Scanner can do. Okay, and I think I showed you, Benjamin, I think I showed you a lot of information about what it can do. Now, the software is really designed for people with candle knowledge. So it's not going to say buy here, sell here. it's going to say, here's a bullish engulfing pattern. Here's a window. And guess what? One of Steve's favorite things to do is to find small windows. And you can do that with this software. You can find windows on any time frame in any market that you're looking for. True, you're not going to get a lot of windows on an intraday time frame, but sometimes you do. And when you find them, unbelievable. Okay, so I think I showed you highlighting, which is what this is right now on your chart. It'll show you the different candle patterns. It'll show you how to go back to a full candle name. And just so you know, if you're not sure, you have the abbreviation. I just clicked on that plus P down here in the bottom left. It says piercing. This is a piercing pattern. If you're not sure, just click on it. Okay, and this will tell you what each pattern is. That is a bull sash, right? Sam's question, you think it's best to have this run on a separate computer and make your trades on another? That's what I do, Sam. That doesn't mean that that's the best for you. It's just what I like. We have a lot of people that use 2 monitors and they do what I do. We have some people that actually buy a trading license so that they could trade directly off the NinjaTrader chart. I don't like doing that. I want to trade directly into my TD Ameritrade or my Thinkorswim account, but it's exactly what I do. And it's best for me, Sam. It doesn't mean it's best for you. Some people will trade on the same screen, and you don't need 2 monitors. You can certainly use 1 monitor and just split it in half if you'd like. But the way I look at it, monitors are so cheap right now, you could buy a second monitor, plug it right in. What other questions do anybody have? All right, so what I'm going to tell you right now is I'm going to end the recording and then I'll stick on for any questions that people have. So just to wrap up the recording here, the link is candlecharts.com/NCS, and every candle scanner owner will be able to be invited to that next session that we do specifically for owners, as well as getting all of the resources that you get when you own it. And we have that special promo to take advantage of a discounted price.